Hey guys, Mark here again. So hey, today we're looking at this controller by TruSpeed. This is a company out of England. A friend of mine who I now race with, he actually ordered four of these. Um, and the shipping was pretty reasonable. I think he said it was like $32 for shipping all four of them from England, and he got them in a pretty reasonable amount of time, less than 2 weeks, if I remember correctly. So shipping wise, that's pretty decent. Um, and the price on these controllers for what they have in them seems pretty decent too. This is their base model called the BP2 analog controller. It's $87, and you can go to TruSpeed.co.uk and look at their different controllers. This is the one he got. There's a one that's a little more money for $121 that gets you up into a like a 30 plus band. I believe this one's 17 band. Um, but some of the features of this BP2: transistor drive and transistor brake. So it actually has two transistors controlling the sensitivity and the braking, all solid state surface mount components. It's got an interesting wiper system. I don't know if you guys can see. It's got all those thin uh, blades in there that are running across the contacts compared to like the one on a DeFalco. And having brakes and sensitivity in an $87 controller, that's pretty good. The DeFalco base model with brakes is like over $130. um, there's a adjustment screw to adjust the tension of the trigger. It comes with a second longer trigger if you like to do two finger control. And more importantly, the blue little pot in there which says sensitivity is pretty important, at least for HO cars. The way this came out of the box and how that was set, the sensitivity didn't seem to do much. We had to go in there and turn this basically all the way down, and then it made the sensitivity knob up here respond more how you would think as far as when you control the trigger. Um, it does have a bit of a stiff trigger. Like I had to loosen this all the way, and it's still a pretty tight spring compared to, I think I kind of prefer, or I'm just used to, the DeFalco controller. This is just taking me a little bit more to get used to. I do like how everything's enclosed in the controller itself. There's no circuit board sticking out. They feel like they're about the same weight. Maybe the DeFalco is a little bit heavier. Um, there's also a couple of little LEDs in there. I think a blue one for positive wiring and red if it's negative wired. So if it lights up blue, you know you're connected to a positive wired track. So pretty decent controller for the money. It works well. I'm still getting used to it. My buddy left it here for me to play around with, but I like the design. I like the sensitivity and brake on the top here. Yeah, pretty decent controller. Like I said, it's just taking me a little bit to get used to the feel of the trigger, but not bad. Not bad for the money. And the next one up in line is called the MT1. That's $121. And this one is a MOSFET transistor PWM controller, shown with launch button. Not sure what that does, but this gets you up into a higher amperage. This one is good for 3 amps constant, and I think 5 or 6 amps top amp rating. So pretty much good for any HO car. I don't, even low ohm cars don't draw 3 amps. But if you go up into this next class, it's good for 5 amps drive and 12 amp peak. So for $125. This next controller up is a little more current rating and a 36-step wiper element. So you're getting into like a Neo 30 compatible controller from DeFalco, which my Neo 30 cost me, I think, 160 something dollars. And this one's 125, so almost $40 cheaper. So, I mean, you are going to pay a little bit more for shipping, so you got to add that into the cost. But just thought I'd throw this out there. It's another controller to maybe consider if you're looking to get up into a little bit better class controller. I'm gonna use this a little more and wait to pass final judgment on it compared to my DeFalco. Maybe I'll do a separate follow-up video on driving with both of these controllers. But I just thought I would put that out there for you guys to take a look at. And let me know in the comments if you guys have heard of these controllers, TruSpeed. I think they've been around for a while, and a lot of the reviews I've been looking at have all been pretty positive. People have a lot of good things to say about them. So, all right, that's it, guys. That's the TruSpeed. First look at the TruSpeed controller. Thanks, guys.